And our two value propositions are best in the world and best for a world. And best in the world, we're not going to bring products out unless it's truly innovative products out there. We're just not going to do it. So for years, people have been asking us, come out with a better metal drilling, standard items. And one thing we do at Diablo is we awaken categories. Categories that are sleepy. We want to bring innovation, excitement, enthusiasm, and let it just rock and roll. Basically, a black oxide, titanium, cobalt. Every retailer in the world sells all three, approximately 29 SKUs plus sets. And there's a lot of confusion which bit is better. Some people think cobalt's better, some people think titanium, some people think black oxide, but they're designed for different applications. So really black oxide, titanium's for mild steel, cobalt's for stainless steel. A lot of confusion and a lot of poor performance. So what we wanted to do to solve that problem is come up with one badass bit that does everything, mild steel, stainless steels, and does it exceptionally better. So we created a bit. So we came out with the new Metal Demon drill bit, and it's designed to handle any application and take the heat. So what you're going to see is this one bit can last up to 30 times longer and can extend the battery life by 2 times, right? And so we're going to get all these guys here to show you. You got our best of the best. Everybody ready here? Yeah. Look at these. These are the 4. If these guys can't get it done, then nobody can. All right, so we got to educate here. So where's the Diablo? All right, Cindy here has the Diablo. What do you have?
Cobalt, titanium, black oxide.
There you go. All right, so simple application. What we're doing here is we're doing both mild steel and stainless steel together to show the versatility of what this bit could actually achieve. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, on my count, 1, 2, 3, go. Hey, good to see you. You did all right? Good to see you. Is it okay? So you can see a lot of problems with it, and you can see these shavings on it. They make like pigtails. So what that is, it's actually cutting material. Versus over here, if you look at the pilings, it's almost like shaving. So it's grinding versus this is cutting. Yeah, they're locked, of course. Yeah, I mean, there are. There we go.
I'll go for a coffee, okay?
There he goes. Okay. There you go. Yeah, we attempted to stop that, but that was very quick, as you could see. But here, what makes this bit so unique is that we have a 130 degree split point, but it's these webs that is a cutting edge. Plus, we put this coating on that really resists the heat, so allows it to keep going, and that's why this bit will go on and on and on. So very powerful. So that's metal drilling. We're pumped on that. One bit does every application the best, as you can see. The next area is what plumbers will come back to us, and it's not just plumbing. You know, PVC is one of the most standard products that everybody uses it. It's limited in terms of extreme heats and also extreme colds, right? So ABS is getting more popular. The block piping is more durable, it's more rugged. But today the options are you either use a hand tool to try to cut it. You can see very limiting when it comes to here. You use a hacksaw right here and you try to cut it. But you try to get that going. You can see not a world-class experience. Do we have the hacksaw handy? You're going to see that's the application. So what a contractor will do, they'll revert back to a standard blade, and there's really no dedicated product on the market for it. So what they'll do is they'll throw this blade on for speed, but the problem is it's not a clean drilling experience. So we'll illustrate this quickly. So the problem with this application is, and you can see that ABS, it remelts it. And a lot of times at normal temperatures, it's going to still stick here and it won't come off, right? So so what we did, users were saying, hey, we want a faster solution and we want a cleaner solution. And so you can see very aggressive teeth that we created specifically for here. That's going to allow dramatically faster, but also clean. Do you have a deburring tool? Thank you. So with this cut here, it's not ready to be for a fitting. So what a contractor will have to do is go out and take it. You can see it's very hard. It's got to go around. It's got to clean out the edges here. You got to struggle get this so it gets ready. And then any kind of this kind of, you see this right here? You got to clean that off before you get a proper fitting, right? So users, you're good. So the users are struggling. So introduce a brand new solution for Diablo. We're just shipping it now. And you're going to see significantly faster cuts with a cleaner finish. Boom. And this is ready to go. I mean, it's so clean, you could go straight to fitting. So game changer across the board. Automobiles right now, if you look at every automobile manufacturer in the world, they're using boron steels. And boron steels, it's lighter weight for fuel efficiency and higher strength, for safety. And that creates a problem for the industry because right now, first responders went out and said, hey, Jaws of Life is not cutting it. If somebody gets in an accident, we have a real issue. Jaws of Life could cost up to $30,000 and it's ineffective. And I think automobiles are made with beams. Beams are where the problems are. That's what we're showing here. This is where the problems really start. And you have, every car has an A beam, a B beam, and a C beam. A B beam is right here. And what you're looking at, this is between the driver and the backseat passenger, right between the two doors, right? This is a problematic, but every beam is as well. So in the industry, they have, and we're not picking on anybody, but this is fire and rescue blade. And this blade 10 years ago would work with the other more mild steels that were available. Now with the boron steels, it just simply doesn't work. So Logan here is going to show you why and show you the problems. And that blade's cooked, and he could put 10 more blades in, it's not going to get through it. The teeth are all stripped, it's ready to go. So Diablo was the first in the world to come up. You have a regular carbide tip blade, just a standard. So first responders went out to the market and said, hey, we need help. Diablo was the first to respond. We came up with what we call the game changer, carbide tip recip blade. It really changed the industry. For 15 bucks, you can go out and first responders can attack a car with 3-4 different first responders and get people out very quickly. So they're fired up and super stoked on this existing blade. The problem, they said, is that there's limitations with the nose, and sometimes the robustness of it flexes too much. You have a clean blade? Okay, so you can just see here simply that by changing the nose design, it allows you to get into more intricate detail like beams, for example, and we made it more robust, so we essentially thicken it up. So this, the first responders are super stoked that we address their 2 pain points with our existing blade, and it really allows them to attack this application in a badass way.
All right, here we go with the Diablo blade, black ice coating, carbide teeth, V-filler.
Boom, just like that. This blade's got a lot more, it can eat a lot more. It's ready to attack it. So that's a killer new introduction, and we just started shipping those 4 weeks ago. So we're pumped on that. Cool. The next category we went after is hammer carbide bits, and you know, the market right now is basically set up with a 2-cutter system. So a standard SDS plus bit retails for around $8. It's not a terrible design, but the problem is that's going on is more and more rebar is being put in concrete for reinforcement, right? So you have 2 types of users. One is I don't want to hit rebar, but I hit it, and the other is I have to go through rebar. So that's the 2 type of users you have out there. And the problem with this carbide, this steel exposed, is this bit is only rated to hit to withstand 800 degrees. When you go through rebar, you need to be able to handle up to 1200 degrees. So to counter that, what we did is come out with a full carbide head. Full carbide has 7 times more carbide than standard bits, and only retails for $12, $13, so not a ton more money. But what this allows you to do is you can hit rebar, go right through it, and continue to finish the hole. With this system here, you have to stop when you hit rebar, pull it out, buy a $40 rebar cutter, put a standard rotary drill, bang on it for 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, and then switch back to the other tool. Where here, depending on the size of the rebar, you can essentially go through it in minutes. So that's killer. We changed the market, the industry with this design. So that was amazing. So the market, you know, so when you're drilling and all this dust picks up, you got a lot of silicone dust that you're breathing in, but it makes a critical mess. And so the way the rest of the market responded is that these hollow bits try to suck up through a vacuum system, remove the debris so you can drill and you can fill. Because right now you drill, you got to brush, hose out, drill, brush, hose out, and get the hole clean on here. So this was a good idea in theory, but a bad design because the bit is hollow, so it lacks integrity. You have these 2 pinholes that get clogged up very easily, and then you have the small carbide head, just as I mentioned with the standard bits, so you hit rebar, it trashes. You also have this dust extraction system here, collection system, the adapter, and that's fixed, so you have to throw the whole thing away. These bits retail for around $250. So when you're talking about a $12, $13 market, then you have the solution for $250, and it falls apart very quick. So the market is still about 3 or 4% of the market, but they didn't accept it. So to counter that, what we did is we came with our Ant Rebar Demon. See if I can do this with gloves. But this has a stainless steel sleeve with that full carbide head design, and the bit itself is solid core. And for cost effectiveness with this adapter, you simply take it off. SDS Plus, this works with the full range, and then we have a separate size for SDS Max. One adapter goes with everything. And so with this whole system, we can remove and extract 97% of the dust particles, which makes it literally you drill to fill. And very excited about this. This system retails for around $45 versus what I mentioned, $250. So puts it in the realm of the price point that users are going to pay for it. The user has to face compared to Ant Rebar Demon. Yeah, ready? Go for it.
Okay.
So the problem he's facing is he's re-drilling the same dust that's in there. And that dust, as it packs up, is what happened. It just starts building up and he can't go any further. So now he's got to clean out the hole right now. He's got to stop. He's got to vacuum all that mess up. Be careful here. He's got to air it out. Then he's got to brush it out. He's got to air it out again. If he wants to resume drilling. And that concrete is almost like sandpaper wearing on the carbide head. So now when he tries to drill in his anchor, it gets stuck because the hole's still packed. And this is what happens every single time. So he's not able to successfully do it. He's got to go back. Now he collected that dust, re-drill it, re-blow, re-brush, and get to it. So the solution with AMP Rebar Demon, as you're going to see, is a whole different application. So here we go. You can see the top, there isn't a dust pile. 97% of the dust is getting extracted. The hole is clean. No blockage, no binding, and now he can go directly, well, you'll see, he doesn't have to even blow this out. Just for your own benefit, the application is, he can go straightly to drill it in. Just like that. Beautiful. Yeah, thank you.
In his element against the concrete wall.
All right, this is, so part of one of our game changer technologies, we recognize the majority of the market uses bonded wheels. And you know, when you're grinding, you're spinning at 15,000 RPMs. And by definition, grinding isn't cutting. You have 0% hook angle. And what you're doing is the material is flying out, it's spraying, and it's really, it's not a world-class experience. It's hard to believe in 2025, people are still using this application. So what we did is we created a circular saw blade with ceramic teeth. Ceramic teeth is a ceramic metallic blend. It's not carbide. It's made like carbide, but it can withstand the heat of metal up to 5 times greater than carbide. We do manufacture this all in-house, and it gives us a huge advantage to be able to do it. And so to illustrate how a blade that retails for $34.97 can actually go on a standard circular saw blade, and you can cut an I-beam like this. So most people go, that's impossible. We do this every single day, and everybody can't believe it. And we're going to show you how easy it really is. Just like that. I think our battery's getting low on that. Yeah, the battery's going. But you can cut that thick of steel in an I-beam with a $34.97 to $35 blade, which is insane.
When will these be available?
They're available today. And he's already working on next generations, but this is really changed the game to be able to cut wood and metal with a standard circular saw blade. Cool, cool, cool. All right, our heritage, what started us, what put us at the map, is we have the #1 selling blade in North America and #1 selling blade in the world. There's so much technology for a $10 blade. So today we have version 7 on the marketplace, but what we're introducing is version 8. So one of the things, when you're spinning on a 7 1/4 circular saw, you're going at 5,500 RPMs. So that thing is spinning fast, and it's like a tire. If it's not properly balanced, it's not going to cut in line or true. It's going to wear prematurely. So to illustrate this, we're going to show basically, and you can kind of move it closer to me. I've got the mic, and you can still hear it vibrating and rattling. And so when it's cutting, it's dancing a lot, and a lot of vibration. Vibration is the enemy. So what we've done is we designed a laser cut thin curved blade that's very strong. We put every third tooth, which is a tracking point, which is like a rudder on a boat, every third tooth, and that keeps that blade cutting straight and true. In addition, we put these anti-vibration, and vibration is created at the arbor and it's created at the cutting edge, and vibration goes in. So with these anti-vibration dampening spots, you can hear, and you'll hear, this is already straight and true. So when it's cutting in line, making the tool cut less effortless, right? So we're going to see if we can show you this. And then what we're launching here at the show, we came up with a new carbide formulation that's harder and it's more impact resistance. So now the blade can go through more robust material, and also, as you know, engineering materials like LVL, LSL, they're becoming more and more popular in the market. So the thirst and the demand for longer lasting is out there. And so we are now rolling this out starting in February. This product will be available on the market, and it's still going to be the same retail always, $9.97, or call it $10. So let's see if we can show a comparison. It is a little accelerated, but it's real world. We have lag bolts, we have flashing, we have asphalt. These are typically what a contractor will hit. Maybe not altogether this extreme, but think about when you're remodeling what you're cutting into, or any kind of truss plates, any type of engineering lumber you're going to hit. It's going to be extreme, it's going to be difficult on the blade. So we'll show you without all this technology what it actually does. Okay, so here's standard blade, nothing wrong with this blade. This is a typical for the market, where you're going to see it's not going to be able to withstand or compared to the Diablo. Go for it.
Keep it going, it's not going to go anywhere.
That's not going anywhere. And you see what's happening. You're getting stronger and stronger. You can see these swirl marks here, what's happening. And that's the vibration I was talking about. See this end grains, and it's dancing, it gets worse, and as you get over here, it dies on it. So to counter this is what the Diablo factor will do. And you can see now, look at the difference in the lack of swirl marks in here. The nuts and the bolts are cutting clean. And when you remove that or you minimize the vibration, cutting steel doesn't become such a difficult task. So this will actually, for safety of time, we'll stop here, but this will do 2, 3, 4 more cuts. Easy.